So we got to fish with our good friend Jeff Malone. He's a guide that operates here at Hawks Cay. He fishes as much as anybody I know. Jeff is a hard-working dude, and anytime I get the opportunity to fish with him, I get real excited about it. So I got here early. I get the lift down, tidy up the boat, get everything ready, do a little work on some tackle, because I know that when you go fishing with Jeff Malone, you're going to pull on some fish.
What do you think you got for us this morning, Jeff? Been on them?
I'm really kind of hoping to put you guys on some bluefish action this morning. I think
Bluefish?
I think it'll be something different, and it's super fun.
Not redfish?
And, I think it'll be fantastic.
Tell you what, the bluefish, do you see them coming in seasonally or?
Yeah, it's a seasonal thing.
Yeah.
In the cooler water months, you know, along with the mackerels and sometimes the pompano. From the surface or fly or however you want to approach them, it's just fantastic activity and action, and should be super fun.
For that, man. It just so happens I have a couple of boxes of lures here and some wire. So you definitely need the wire, but you know, little poppers and stuff like.
Yeah, you're gonna need a box of lures because they're gonna eat everything you throw.
My old lures. I thought you might take us to see some jacks or something out in the Gulf like we did last time. I needed every lure. I think I used up all my old rusty lures. All right, just ease this lift down a couple inches and we're ready to go.
Love it.
You know, just talking about strategy, I hadn't gotten to fish with Jeff in a long time, so I was really looking forward to the day. You know, we just backed the boat off the lift and slid right over to Jeff's little bait pens there. He had 2 bait pens, you know, filled with pilchards that caught earlier that day, and just loaded the live wells up because he wanted to make it rain.
You got bait? Yeah, we got bait. I got this cage and that one over there.
The Florida Keys, what makes it just so amazing is that I don't care if you've been here for a lifetime, there are things you haven't done. You just may not have had the opportunity to do them, or maybe you weren't fishing with somebody who did know about them. And Jeff, of course, had something that we had never done together before, and that was bluefish. He mentioned that he knew where a big school of bluefish were, shallow water, very close to Hawks Cay, and he said, listen, we need to get all the tackle ready. We need to get all the bait ready. We need to have everything ready because when this happens, it's gonna go off and it's gonna be a blitz.
So you just like to chug and get a lot of surface activity?
Yeah, that's right. All we do is reel it. Usually I get them going hot enough where when it hits the water, they eat it.
Right on.
So, you know, but there's no fancy twitching, chugging, none of that, just reel. Throw it out there and reel.
The interesting thing to me about what Jeff was describing to us is I almost didn't believe it because I've fished these same waters for so many years, and he's telling me that really close, in 3 feet of water, he's got a school of bluefish that's just there for months, and we're gonna go light him up. And he was the utmost confidence, and I'm thinking to myself, I've never seen a bluefish there. I mean, what? In 3 feet of water? I mean, in crystal clear. I mean, it was so foreign, but I trust him, so there we went.
Yeah, and he explained it exactly right. He's like, we're gonna go to this place, we're gonna get in there close, and we're gonna start throwing some pilchards, and they're just gonna come.
And if we see him, Jeff, what do you want to throw first, a topwater plug or what?
Yeah, top water plug would be great. Yeah, that'd be super.
And then if they get going, just throw some scoops of bait or what?
We'll just feed them a little bit with the freebies, and they should jump all over them.
We started in there, and he was thinking, okay, well, maybe this is close enough, and I started seeing things going by the boat. Man, I think we're in them. So he stops, starts throwing. Sure enough, man, these bluefish come out of the woodwork.
Oh, they're going by?
Yeah, I think
they're swimming around.
Coming by, tons of them. We're all in them.
You have them chasing it?
Yeah, I have one chasing it.
You got him
There's
on.
about 6,000 of them, Jeff.
6,000's good. 6,000's a lot.
Look at that, man.
You get some scoops in the water.
They are covered up in here.
The thing about bluefish is that they have a lot of teeth, and they eat pretty much anything they want to, and they travel in a big pack, and it's very common when you find them that you're gonna find a lot of them, or at least that's my experience. And man, I guess you could probably call them the North American piranha. They have teeth like the piranha. They're chewing up everything in sight, and it makes for a great fish for somebody that likes to catch fish.
Oh!
Chaos, man.
There you go, nice fish, Rich.
That's cool, dude. Called your shot.
That's not gonna take long.
Wow.
You got one on there too, Rich?
Yeah.
Jeff.
Look at him jumping crazy,
You're the man,
man.
dude. You know it.
Get lucky sometimes out here, you know what I mean?
Sometimes you get lucky.
That's it.
Today is not that day. We did not get lucky. You knew exactly where we were coming.
Oh, sorry about that.
Exactly what we were doing.
Jeff, you know, he had it dialed in, and it was a really great option on a day where it was super windy out of the southeast. So this was sheltered, close to shore, perfect on a windy day, and just something unique and different that you know, really hadn't done before. So these are all bluefish.
Yeah, buddy. Blue, blue, blue.
True blue.
You know, I think people run by me here regularly thinking, what in the world is he catching? It's a pretty wild deal.
Pretty cool. Oh, look at them all schooling right there. Look at that. 40 of them right after my bait. Oh. Well, we always talk about, you know, being here at Hawks Cay and the variety of fish we have, right? I mean, you could go down the list and there's probably 20 to 30 to 40, I don't know, fish that we'd say, hey, let's go snapper fishing today. We'll go mutton snapper fishing. We'll go, you know, grouper fishing. We'll go red grouper. I mean, there's all these different things. Never once has anybody suggested to me, hey, you want to go blue fishing today? I mean, it's just not something that's on the agenda. I've caught them many times when I'm out mackerel fishing, but it's usually a bycatch. Catch a couple of them, it's fun, and I always like them, but I've never gone out to be able to say, we're gonna go target bluefish on this spot. Oh, here he is. That's sweet, man. That is sweet.
What's happening up there, Tom?
Got that one.
Get him on or what?
Got that one. I'll tell you what, there's not much in the water that a bluefish doesn't want to eat. Dang, they do come off.
Look at them all. Oh, gosh.
You got him going on or what?
Man, it's not too often something surprises me, Jeff. Yeah, this is like, I would have never thought this.
No, isn't it cool? What's neat about it is it's just a shallow little spot here, and every year, this time of the year, they get in here.
Wow.
Heavy duty. Nice job. It's just hard to keep their attention because they have the attention span of a 3-year-old, but if you feed them...
You got their attention there, look at that.
If you can feed them and keep them busting, you can absolutely wear them out.
Oh, there he is.
Get with it, boys. Come on, get them now.
Jeff called it Blue Rock. He was basically said like one little, you know, rocky formation or, you know, hole that these fish were on. And there's lots of those out there in that same area. But for whatever reason, every year he has determined these fish show up at this spot and they hang there. And it was just really surprising to me to hear this, but I mean, he was so confident. I mean, I'm looking around, it's like 3 feet of water. We could stand up, basically. We got a couple of plug rods ready. We had the little popper plugs on the plug rods. You got fly rod ready, we got all this bait. I threw out my top water plug and make a couple rips on that, and they're chasing it, going crazy, and then all of a sudden the ocean exploded. And it was just boiling here, boiling there. They're jumping, they're popping, and it just got to be a frenzy.
So what I've done is I take that front hook off my plugs, and it makes it a great handle to grab a hold of.
That's a great idea.
Because the first time you have a 30-pound crevalle jack on the front deck and that front hook is in the palm of your hand and you're attached,
You're going to the hospital.
Guess how you learn that lesson?
It was fun right away, and Jeff was exactly right in that we needed to have there wasn't gonna be any time to rig once we got there, be like, oh, there's bluefish, let's tie everything up. No, we needed to have everything tied up before, and he knew exactly what we needed. We had the plug rod, but we also had a hookless plug, which I like that even better than fishing with the hooks because you're getting all the best parts out of the fish. They're coming, they're jumping after the lure, they're biting it, you even have them on for a second. It's also a good way to bring those fish closer to the boat. So we're chumming, we're also throwing this hookless plug, and I thought, well, this is a great opportunity to catch some on fly. And Jeff had some Clouser minnows that looked like a pilchard kind of. They look like a pilchard enough. Those bluefish were chewing it to ribbons.
Well, I'll tell you what, these are the fisherman's dream come true.
Fast
aggressive, fast, bite about anything.
I was throwing the plugs, and after catching a couple of those on the plug, which was fun, I followed your lead about that hookless plug. I mean, I've seen you to where you just enjoy doing that more. So I took the hook off and just started throwing out there and teasing them for you, so you get the fly shot with them, and then just watching them. I mean, when they got hot, watching them chase that hookless plug, I mean, just jumping out of the water one after the other after the other. I mean, it was just amazing. I mean, to see the aggression. Sometimes they're doing backflips. They're just so much fun just to watch them chase that plug.
They'll chase after the plug, and then they're also acrobatic when you hook them. We had several that were jumping as we were bringing them in, which gives it one more element, you know. Very cool to be able to catch the bluefish like that, and to have Jeff be able to just know that's where they're going to be, and he was 100% confident. Good time with Jeff.
Very cool. Boy, I bet you could wear somebody out at this spot, Jeff.
Oh boy, that's my goal. That is the goal.
That's a nice one.
Beautiful job,
You got that
Tom.
hook to stick that time.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
you did.
Same
I don't
fly or
know,
different?
no, I changed the fly. Something was just a little bit different.
Thank you, Mr. Bluefish.
Yes, sir.
That was a great bite.
Oh, look at them all schooling right there. Look at that. Like 40 of them right after my bait. Oh, look at that. Unbelievable. Look at
Jump
that.
off.
More than, you know, having it be cool that we're catching these bluefish and everything like that, I just enjoy fishing with Jeff. I think Jeff's the quintessential Florida Keys fishing guide. I think that he is one of the hardest working people that I know. He has his finger on the pulse of the bait like nobody else around here. He just really knows, and from the resort here at Hawks Cay, I mean, he can do it all. He could, I mean, if you tell him you want to go catch tarpon, that's fine. But if you just give him the reins and say, you know what, we just want to catch a lot of fish. Jeff knows so many nooks and crannies and wrecks and different little holes and spots out here. Man, you are going to pull on fish all day.
Gosh, you got another one on?
Yeah.
Nice job,
Catch 'em.
Tom.
These are quality fish, dude.
I was so concerned this morning a little bit when that wind came up. I'm like, uh-oh.
Quality fish.
They're going to be moved or something, and no.
Now, I would imagine when you're really getting these things and you're releasing them, you don't see the sharks come in here and tear them up?
I have, sure. You know,
Yeah.
once in a while you get a spinner shark or a black tip involved, you know, he'll roll in here and have his way with them, you know, but it's just such a unique little location right here. It's pretty,
Maybe that's
Very
why they're
cool.
here, away from the predator.
right, maybe it's a safe place for them to not be harassed.
I mean, one of the things that's so awesome about Hawks Cay is the location. I mean, we're right here by Marathon. We're in the middle of the Florida Keys, and from this area, Marathon, Hawks Cay, you can go back into the back. You can easily go into the Everglades. You could head all the way up to Biscayne Bay if you wanted to, or all the way down to Key West. There's so many different species that you can fish for in the backcountry. You can go right out front, and you can be right here on all these patch reefs or the reef, and even go and deep drop for swordfish right here. All of that is available to us right here out of Marathon. And maybe you hear more about Key West or more about Key Largo, but man, right here in the middle is a hidden jewel.
You wear them out a little bit and get their mouth sore, they get kind of tired of it. It may be just, you know, time to go try something else.
You got a few other things in mind?
I sure do, I sure do. I think we should probably wrap this up and come up with plan B.
Let's do it, man. That's a good idea.
That was fun, man.
That was super
It
fun.
was exactly like you called it.
Called a shot.
Kind of like you've been here before.
Once or twice. Once or twice.